Thank you to our final patrons, Strawbones, Red Wolf Horse 765, and Midnight Gemlord. What's up, guys? That guy with the pencil here, and I've come to you with a specific proposal. One that you may or may not enjoy. Say, hypothetically, I attain the powers of a deity, and was able to offer you one of two things. Infinite offensive power, or infinite defensive power. Which one would you pick? Before you hear my answer, which is strange because supposedly I'm the hypothetical deity in this argument, but regardless, you have 5 seconds to determine an answer before I tell you what I believe is the objectively best choice. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you prepared? Did you leave your comment down below telling which one you were going to pick? Do that right now if you didn't. Pause the video, go down there, and put which option you would take. And then come back. 3, 2, 1. It's defensive power. Like, any of you people who actually chose infinite offense, what are you doing with it? Tell me. What are you, a regular human being, going to do with infinite offensive power in like day-to-day life? Other than accidentally destroy the very planet you live on. Like, what are you going to do? Like, if you sneeze too hard with infinite offensive power, bada bing, bada boom, you don't have a universe anymore. Like, we gotta realize this stuff is infinite. Infinite. You swing with 2% of force instead of 1% of force, and bada bing, bada boom, you wipe the country off the map. And like, maybe some of y'all are into that. Like, me personally, that's not my prerogative, but maybe some of y'all are into that. But at least, from my perspective, infinite attack power is much more of a liability. Even if you can flicker it on and off. Like, hypothetically, let's say in this scenario, you can choose to turn it on and off. It's like a switch. Like, you can just say, hey, I want it on, hey, I want it off. Even still, on the sheer chance that I forget to turn it off, I'm accidentally leveling buildings. Continents gone. The oceans vaporized. The planets annihilate. Like, there's no reason for me to take infinite offensive power. However, even in the hypothetical, where this infinite offensive power is perfectly automatically regulated, like, there's no chance on the planet that I would accidentally destroy said planet, I'd still take infinite defensive power. Let me talk about why. So the thing about infinite defensive power is that you just never have to worry about death. Ever. Until your natural death. Like, you're still going to age. Like, no matter what. Infinite defensive power just means your body is indestructible. And you can't be given harm by external means. But death is natural. So, you're going to die eventually. But regardless, you are not going to die of unnatural causes. AKA no sickness will take you out. AKA no physical harm will take you out. No chemical harm. Nothing. There's not a single thing in creation. Because remember, we're talking about infinite power here. We're not talking about high. We're not talking about mountain level. We're not talking about country level. We're not talking about continental. We aren't even talking about even gosh darn planetary. We're talking about infinite defensive power. You're living life. You're vibing. The only issue with infinite defensive power is that you may never be able to cut your hair again. You may have super long hair, super long nails, super long stuff like that. That may be a thing, but that's when you flicker it off. That's extremely dangerous, though. But however, infinite defensive power, at least in my mind, is way more useful on multiple fronts in life. Number one, just the general living front. Like I said, nothing can harm you. You can do whatever you want extremely recklessly. Like, you know what? I need to speed. You never have to worry. That sounds bad. Don't speed, kids. Kids and anyone with a driver's license, don't speed. Don't speed. That's bad. Do not hurt people. But in this case, say hypothetically someone was speeding and they crash into you. The usual individual would end up being pancaked into or out of the front of their car. However, you would just fly right through, get up, and Millie rock on any block, because now you got insurance money because they just hit you from behind. Then, if you don't like just doing that and just having the general safety of life and never have to worry about it, guess what? If you ever get attacked or just someone decides to rob you, what are they going to do to you? What are they really going to do to you? Tell me, what are they actually going to do to you? Give me all your money, or what? I have the spagooter, and I'm not afraid to spagooter you. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, do it, buddy. See what happens. You and me, right here, right now. Unload the spagooter all over my face. Whoa. Pause. But regardless, go ahead and fire. Nothing gonna happen. They could spagooter your patooter, and bada bing, bada boom, you'd be fine. You are literally a man of steel. More, you're stronger than that. You never have to worry about getting assaulted or hurt ever again. Oh, wait, I wonder if you can never get assaulted or hurt ever again. You know what you can do? Become anything that requires you to get assaulted or hurt without any fear. You know, there are multiple professions out there that will actually pay you to get beat up or beat other people up. MMA, wrestling, construction, extremely high risk construction. Like, I believe, I forget where I saw this, but there's one job that pays like 200,000 something a year, and all you do is climb up to really high things and change some things out and work on that. You do that without risk. Every normal person who does that now has the high risk of something failing and them falling to their unceremonious end. You, on the other hand, are then functionally it's weird. I wouldn't say immortal, because you will die eventually. But that's the same thing with infinite attack power. You will die eventually. But at least when it comes to infinite defensive power, within your natural lifespan, whatever you allow that to be, or whatever that ends up being, you are good. You will not suffer or perish in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's great. And the thing is, no one could ever really get mad at you for that. Like, sorry, I'm just indestructible. It'd be like that when they be like that sometimes. You're doing good on that front. Say you've always wanted to be a stunt double, but you've been afraid because obviously stunt doubles get hurt. Go to anywhere and become the ultimate stunt double. Yes, you can blow up things upon me. Yes, you can throw me off a cliff. Yes, you can... Would infinite defensive power... I guess, ironically enough, infinite defensive power would probably make you immune to things like drowning. Because drowning hurts. Fun fact, Shakor, drowning hurts. You wouldn't be able to drown either. Walk underwater. It's not like water pressure would take you out because you have infinite defensive power. You can do so much in a legal way that doesn't hurt anybody. Meanwhile, for you infinite offensive power people, I mean, I guess you could become a great soldier. But is that how you want to live your life? Running around and hurting people? Like, for the main question with infinite offensive power is like, what are you actually going to do with it on a day-to-day basis? Like, if I were to be given infinite offensive power right now, nothing in my life would change. It would just become more annoying. Unless I could flicker it on and off, I just keep it on at all times. And even then, you having infinite offensive power, unless you do the weird caveat where technically having infinite offensive power, it gives you infinite defensive power, because your body, like Newton's first, I forget which law it is, but I don't even think it's Newton, but every action has an equal and opposite reaction, except for when we both start rapping, I accelerate the man's mind. Sorry, whatever. Yeah, that is Newton, because that's the line from the ERB. But regardless, like, unless you go with that weird caveat where every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and that's for you to be able to output infinite offensive power, you must be able to inherently take that. Even still, the caveat that you need to constantly have infinite offensive power on in order to make sure you are infinitely immune to things is still very risky. Once again, all it takes is a light muscle spasm. Have you ever, like, twitched? Ever? Like, you know, just made a slight motion. Usually that would do nothing. But if you have infinite offensive power, a twitch that's uncontrolled annihilates almost everything. Literally everything. If it's uncontrolled and you accidentally use your max force, if you use absolute twitch, you destroy the universe. What is fun about that? What is useful about that? What do you get out of that? And even if you have perfect control of it, there's no accidental stuff. What are you using it for? Okay, hey, we need this building destroyed. How often is that happening where you're going to just be wiping buildings off the map? Hey, we need this person gone. How good do you feel with the fact that you're just being used as a machine to get rid of people? Does that bring pleasure to you? Do you feel happy with that? Is that fun for you? If it is, more power to you, I guess. You know, it's the current year. I don't judge anybody. But regardless, okay, I do judge people. That's all. Nakaba, Horikoshi, pretty much every single mangaka out there. Nah, but with that being the case, regardless of that, I think overall, having infinite defense gives you a much better lot in life. It gives you a much safer life. It gives you a much healthier life. It gives you everything that you could ever really need without ever having to worry about hurting people, places, or things that you care about. I think that's great. Sure, will there be some problems? Yes, like I said, unless you can flicker it on and off, your haircut's never getting cut. Unless you maybe do it yourself, I don't know. But with that being the case, I think overall the benefits to infinite defensive power massively outweigh the benefits to infinite offensive power. However, That's what I think. Please see what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. You can support for as low as $1 a month to get some exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, you can now become a member of the channel and get exclusive perks like early content, channel badges, priority comment response, and much more. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Back with the Pencil, writing off.